What up, perps? So we're back for another one. This one isn't going to be a long one. This one's, I wouldn't say it's a little out there, but this one's not a long one at all. So, let's do a screen share on this one. Because I really don't know exactly where to go with this. So this was introduced on 5/4/2021. As far as I know, I don't think this has got a whole lot of other sponsors. I don't think it's really moving too far right now. But who knows? They could add it into an omnibus bill or some crap like they've done with other things. So, hey, it is what it is. So, this bill is to amend Title 18 United States Code to require an alien lawfully admitted to the United States under a non-immigrant visa to obtain the approval of the Attorney General before receiving a firearm and for other purposes. Okay, so, all right. I'm not sure that this is a huge issue. I don't see why they'd really waste the time to address this at this point. Really and truly, if you wanted to restrict some people from getting firearms that were a real issue, concentrate on people like, I don't know, MS-13 or somebody like that, although they don't give a shit about gun laws. And they'd much rather hack you to death with a machete than shoot you half the time, but hey, who's counting? So let's roll through this one. Like I said, this one's going to be pretty short. So the short title of this act may be cited as the Foreign National Firearms Background Check Enhancement Act. So when you go do a 4473 to purchase a firearm from an FFL, you have to swear to many things on that application, not the least of which is that you are an American citizen. Because, see, if you're not an American citizen, then you're not really under a constitutional right to own firearms. So I'm still kind of struck. This is just one of those bills they threw in. I think they're just throwing shit against the wall. But it's a bill. It's a anti-gun bill, so I'm covering it. All right. So, in general, Section 922Y, which lays out, I think, residency and stuff like that, is amended. So let's come over here to 922. Let me see if I can speed this up and get down here. La da da da. Oh, good Lord. The amount of gun laws that we have, the amount of crimes. It's just so freaking stupid. And they want to expand this even further and 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 further. Alright, so let's see. Section 922Y is amended by striking all that precedes subparagraph yada yada, which is this. Exception, subsection, blah, 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 do not apply to any alien who has been lawfully admitted to the United States under non-immigrant visa if that alien is admitted to the United States for lawful hunting or sporting purposes or is in possession of a hunting license or permit lawfully issued in the United States. Yeah, there are immigrants who come to the United States to do things like deer hunt, bear hunt, hog hunt, all sorts of things. Because believe it or not, if someone was here on a non-immigrant visa, meaning they weren't immigrating to the United States, they were just visiting, it is really against the law to just hand said person a firearm. That is a transfer. But I don't. I just don't see it as a huge issue that these people are out committing gun crimes all the time. We have plenty of our own, much less anybody being imported into the country to commit said gun crimes. But here we are. This is the kind of crap these people are trying to concentrate on, because any infringement on anybody owning guns is a good thing to them. Alright, so they amend this. Exceptions are pretty close. They knock out some exceptions to this that are existing. They actually cut down those exceptions, actually. They do not apply to the transfer or other disposition of a firearm, or the possession or receipt of a firearm by an alien who has been lawfully admitted to the United States under a non-immigrant visa, if, and then they expand this out. The alien has obtained a valid waiver issued by the Attorney General under paragraph 3, and in the case of a transfer or other disposition, the transferor has received a copy of the waiver and verified the validity of the waiver with the Attorney General. So this non-immigrant coming over here to hunt would have to apply for a waiver from the Attorney General, and then would have to hand copies of that over to whoever they are getting a firearm from. Now again, this could be just borrowing a firearm at a hunting preserve. What hunting preserve? We call them high fence operations. So they go there to hunt. Someone hands them a gun. That's transfer. They would have to have a copy of this waiver. They would have to verify that with the Attorney General. It's just more BS they're trying to stack on. So the alien is admitted to the United States for lawful hunting or sporting purposes, or is in possession of a hunting license or permit lawfully issued in the United States, or has resided in the United States for a continuous period not less than 180 days before the date on which the petition is submitted under this paragraph. It's just more crap stacked on top of more crap. Let's roll down here. Okay, so they deal with subsections B5A. Hey, what? Do not apply the transfer disposition. Okay, we already pretty much went through that. Alien has obtained a waiver. What are you doing, child? Then they get down here where they're actually carving out exceptions for, say, government officials, diplomats, things like that. So, an alien is official of a foreign government or distinguished foreign visitor who has been so designated by the Department of State. So this is the carve-outs this shall not apply to. Conditions for a waiver: any individual who's been admitted to the United States under a non-immigrant visa may receive a waiver from the requirements of subsection B5 and G5 if the individual submits to the Attorney General a petition that meets the requirements of subparagraph B, approval of petition. The Attorney General shall approve a petition submitted in accordance with paragraph if the Attorney General determines that waiving the requirements of D or G with respect to petitioner would be in the interest of justice, would not jeopardize public safety. Validity of waiver: a waiver issued under this paragraph shall be valid for a term set by the Attorney General, which shall be not longer than 1 year. Out of groups of people that are coming here and causing issues, someone who is actually going through the process of getting a non-immigrant visa in most cases are not really too much of an issue. Have there been issues with some? Yes, there have been people here from countries that are not friendly to the United States that have committed acts in the past. A lot of them have overstayed student visas. Some have come over here for, God, I can't remember the type of visa offhand. It's basically a worker's visa, working for different companies, some in the tech field. Um, Still, if people had done their jobs with these other folks, they wouldn't have been around to be an issue in the first place. So again, if one of these non-immigrant visa holders wants to come here and F around and find out, they're generally not going to FFLs to complete background checks and hand in waivers to be able to do said action. I would really like to know what world these idiots live in. I don't want to visit that world because something might rub off on me. I just want to know what world they live in, that they think that all of these BS laws are actually stopping something. Pretty much the only gun law we should have is it is illegal to murder someone with a gun. That should pretty much be it. Yeah, that should be it. Because you have to realize all of these gun laws, all of this crap they're trying to put in, are all add-on crimes. Oh, now my son's in here. So, in other words, they catch someone doing a crime and then they want to stack on more years. Well, they stack on some sort of firearms crime with it. But here's the funny thing. Listening to some guys that really know what they're talking about the other day, about 77% in some cases, these firearms crimes are pled down or dropped, which makes no sense. If you're going to have these laws, why turn that out, you goober? My 2-year-old. If you're going to have these laws, why are we not prosecuting people for these crimes? Again, things that fall into the category of okay. Y'all don't mind a strobe show. So, anyway, that's this bill. Again, another bill in search of a problem in most cases. But hey, what do I know? All of our senators are running around trying to stop daylight savings right now instead of actually doing their freaking jobs and actually protecting the rights of American citizens. And if you're wondering who is turning the lights on and off, that would be this guy right here. Wave hi, Wubba. There you go. Alright, y'all be cool. I'm out. I'm going to try to take care of this one and then film another one. Y'all be cool. Later. Hi. Alright, tell him bye. Say bye. Boy, you got like snot nose kicking. He's still dealing with a cold. Y'all be cool. Later.